And welcome to a new episode of Father Mahoney's Movie Review. So today we're reviewing the 1999 movie, The Blair Witch Project. Now, The Blair Witch is celebrating its 25th anniversary, and I remember seeing it, I believe it was on opening day, because me and my buddies were actually talking about, seeing all the advertisements, all the clever advertising, I should say. This movie, even if you don't like this movie, you have to applaud its effort to make this feel like this was real. Because me and my buddies were actually planning on going camping at this place to find the people and the Blair Witch. Like we had a road trip all planned, and then we found out it was like a couple weeks later the stars came out on like a show, and I'm like, they're not missing. That's how good the advertising was for this. But yeah, so it's three film students doing a found footage. I call this the grandfather of found footage movies. Yes, I know there were a few before it, but this one did it right. So they're three film students who are making a documentary on the urban legend called the Blair Witch, and they go out with they plan to do like a day trip, get all the information, come back, present it as a project, and yeah, things go wrong. They lose their way. Creepy things start happening. All the urban legends are starting to come true. Coffin Rock and all these places that they've heard about, and yeah, so paranoia starts kicking in, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to do. Normally, I do spoilers, but I'm trying not to do too many because I really want people who haven't given this a try to watch it. Things start going awry. Paranoia starts kicking in. They're wondering if they're ever gonna survive, and well, that's all I want to tell you. But there is a general creep factor in this movie. Being lost in the woods, especially woods you're not familiar with, can be terrifying. And especially when you might know some of the people with you, but there's one person that you're not really sure of who they are, and so these are the people that you're entrusting to help you survive. Uh, like I said, there's some general scares in this. There's some iconic scenes. Is this a perfect movie? No. It wasn't meant to be a perfect movie. It was meant to be documentary style. It was meant to take us on a trip of the things that happened to these three on this particular days, I should say. And yeah, the ending has been criticized. I like the ending. I don't always have to know what happens to somebody. Like I said, I'm trying not to spoil it, but it kind of does leave a mystery of what's going on. And yeah, there was a sequel, but the sequel really had not much to do with the original. I would really love to see a real follow-up sequel to this, like 25 years later. Maybe some other footage pops up, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so Blair Witch Project, 1999, 25 years. I got some cool facts for you. Well, while originally having only a budget of 60,000, it managed to get, they say, somewhere between 200 and 400,000 by the release date, and that was just the budget. The gross, get this, $248 million. If that's not a success story, and like I said, even if you don't like this, you gotta say bravo for independent filmmaking. Because with an original budget of 60,000, they didn't have much to play on. And then someone seemed to like the idea, jumped on board, add $200,000+, which is still super low, to come back with $248 million. Bravo. So my rating, you say? 4.5 stars. That's just me. I know other people out there will be like, not even 1 star, it's a 0. Hey, to each their own. But for me, go check out the Blair Witch Project.